Okay, here's to my name is William. Okay. Today we're going to read another part of the Bible, to Jeremiah chapter 34. Okay. The word of age came into Jeremiah from the Lord when Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and his army, and all the kingdoms of the earth, and his dominion, and all the people fought against Jerusalem, and all the cities thereof, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, go and speak to Zedekiah, the king of Judah, and tell him, Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall burn it with fire, and thou shalt not escape out of his hand. And thou shalt surely be taken, and delivered into this hand, and thine eyes shall behold the eyes of the king of Babylon, and he shall speak with thee mouth to mouth, and thou shalt go to Babylon. Yea, hear the word of Zedekiah, the king of Judah. Thus saith the Lord of thee, thou shalt not die by the sword. Thou shalt die in peace, and with the burnings of thy farmers, and former kings which were before thee, so shall they burn doors for thee, and they will limit thee, saying, O Lord, for they pronounce the words to the Lord, the Jeremiah the prophet, and speak of the words unto Hezekiah the king of Judah and Jerusalem. And the king of Babylon's army fought against Jerusalem, and against all the cities of Judah, and were left, and against Lachish, and against Hezekiah, and for these defense cities remained of the cities of Judah. This is the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the Lord after that the king Hezekiah, they came in and covenanted all the people, and the word of Jerusalem to proclaim liberty unto them. That every man that should let his manservant, every man and his maidservant, being a Hebrew or Hebrewess, go free, that none that serve himself to them to wait of a Jew, his brother, now when all the princes of all his people, which had entered to the covenant, heard that every one that should let his manservant, every one of his maidservant go free, that none that served themselves of them any more, then they obeyed and let him go. But after they returned and caused them servants and the handmaids, and they go free to return, and brought them to a subjection of servants and for handmaids. Therefore the Lord came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord of God of Israel, I made a covenant of your fathers in the day that I brought them forth in the land of Egypt, and out of the house of bondmen, saying, And then after 7 years I go every man his brother and Hebrew, and which have been sold unto thee, and they hath served thee 6 years. Thou shalt them go free from thee, but your fathers hearken unto me, neither incline your ear. And he now turned, and he had done right in my sight, proclaimed the liberty every man to his neighbor, and he had made a covenant before me in the house, which is called by my name. Yet he turned and polluted my name, and caused every man his servant, every man his handmaid, and who he had sent at liberty in his pleasure to return, and brought him into subjection, and unto the servants of your handmaids. Therefore thus saith the Lord, and ye had not hearkened unto me, the proclaim of liberty, every one of his neighbor, and every man to his neighbor, behold, I proclaim a liberty for you, say the Lord, to the sword and the pestilence, to the famine. I will make you I will make you to be removed unto all the kingdoms of the earth. I will give you the men of all that transgress my covenant, which I will not perform to the words of the covenant, which had made before me, when they cut the calf in twain, and passed between the parts thereof. The prince of Judah and the prince of Jerusalem, the Enochs, the priests, and the people of the land, which passed between the parts of the calf. I'll give them into the hand of their enemies, and unto the hand of that seek their life. And the dead bodies that shall be meat for unto the fowls of heaven, and to the beasts of the earth. And Hezekiah the king of Judah and his priests will give unto the hand of their enemies, and to the hand of that seek their life, and the king of Babylon's army, which are gone up from you. Babylon, I command that say the Lord, and cause them to return to the city, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn with fire, and I will make them cities of Judah, and desolation without inhabitant. Okay, that's the ending of Jeremiah chapter 34. Okay, next we have Jeremiah chapter 35. Okay. And you have to go right now. So thank you for watching this video. Just bye.